Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Spiritomb. Spiritomb I think is actually a really cool Pokemon. I think it is very underrated for what it can actually do. The only unfortunate thing with Spiritomb is that it does have quite a narrow move pool, but at the same time it does have a lot of usually useless, is what they'd be called on Smogon, moves that can give you a lot of coverage as well. Now, Spiritomb, base 108 in space, both of its special defense and its defense, which is really, really good, meaning it can live a couple of hits. Unfortunately, with base 50 HP, means that it isn't going to live too well. Its only weakness is fairy types, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, fairy type is very, very common, so doesn't really play it off the most amazing way. And then base 92 in both its attack and its special attack are, again, really good attack stats, which mean that you can take advantage of them, especially if you are able to set them up, which I will talk about in a couple of sets time. We have got the low speed stats, so you potentially could run this in a Trick Room scenario if you wanted to. Before we get started, if you could scroll down, click that like button, also subscribe if you haven't done so already, I would really appreciate it and it would really help me out. Okay, so the first Spiritomb we've got is a choice band Spiritomb, and I've got the ability of Infiltrator. Now, Infiltrator will go behind things like Aurora Veil, Reflect, Light Screen, Subs, Safeguard, so it will go behind all of those and not be affected by that, which means that you are not having to worry about anything like an Alolan Ninetales setting up a Aurora Veil. The other option is Pressure. Now, 99 times out of 100, you'll go for Infiltrator. Pressure is honestly not a really good ability. It only really can have any effect on low PP moves, which are very common, but at the same time, in one match, using up maybe 4 or 5 Stone Edges, for example, isn't as common, and there are still going to be other moves that Pokemon is going to be able to use. So, Pressure, much more situational, and a little bit more difficult to pull off. So, Infiltrator is going to be the prime ability that you're going to use. Now, moveset here, we've got Poltergeist. Poltergeist is a fantastic move. It is base 110 on the power, has 90% accuracy, it has got the chance to miss, but that's a 1 in 10 chance, so it's quite low. And it causes the Pokemon to use its held item to attack itself. Now, if the Pokemon doesn't have a held item, then that is obviously going to be a problem for you, so I'd recommend not running something like a knockoff user on this team, or there is another one, it's Corrosive Gas, or not Corrosive Gas on the different Pokemon. Because obviously, if they've got no held item, your main attacking move on this set is not going to be doing. It's not going to be able to be used, so you'd have to rely on Shadow Sneak instead. Now, Shadow Sneak is really good because it's a priority move. As I said, we've got low speed, so having that Shadow Sneak priority is really good, especially when you've got a low HP Pokemon that you don't want to take the damage from, but you can just quickly get rid of using the Shadow Sneak there. We've got Sucker Punch, which is really good, priority move again, Dark type this time, but it does rely on the Pokemon using an attacking move, so you do have to do some predictions with that respect. And finally, I've put Trick on here. This allows you to get rid of the Choice Band. I didn't cover that we've got Choice Band, but Choice Band is here 1.5 times in the attack stat. If you trick that off on something else, you could possibly get a better item like Leftovers or Life Orb in certain scenarios, and also put a Choice Band on a Pokemon that does not want to have a Choice Band. So, for example, a special Pokemon that requires setup, for example, is not going to cope very well with a Choice Band on there. Eevee's got max HP and max attack with an adamant nature, so more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense, or slightly different on the screen there, but you can run that how you want. This thing actually can do a lot of damage to different Pokemon. That Poltergeist is probably going to be your main attack there, but you have obviously got access to Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch. If you don't want to be limited to one move, you can always go for something like Life Orb or even Leftovers as an option instead. Moving on to our second Spiritomb, I've gone for more of a supportive style set here. So we've got Leftovers on here, allowing us to heal ourselves up. Infiltrator, as I said, because that always is the better move to go for. We have got Destiny Bond. Now, if you're going to faint, using Destiny Bond can allow you to take the other Pokemon with you. And if that's a high HP Pokemon, or it's got most of its HP left, that would definitely benefit you. It will allow you to lose yourself, but also take another Pokemon with you. So it's a 1-for-1 deal. We've then got Pain Split. Pain Split allows you to increase back up your HP, but decrease down the opposing Pokemon's HP. Now, do be cautious with this. If you're like 50% HP and your opponent is like 55% HP, it's not going to be worth using. So make sure that you're on a low HP and they're on a higher HP, because that way the Pain Split will work. And do be cautious of Pokemon switching in and out, because it can actually have a negative effect on you, especially when they know you've got Pain Split there as well. They might predict you to use it and bring in a low HP Pokemon to lower down your HP as well. We've then got Toxic. Now, Toxic is a transfer-only move, so if you wanted to replace Toxic with something like Poltergeist or even Shadow Sneak, then you can go for that. But Toxic allows you to rack up damage on a lot of different Pokemon. It limits the amount of time that they can actually stay in on, and yeah, things like Recover Stallers as well will not be responding very well to Toxic in the long term. Nightshade is your last attacking move. Now, if you're running level 50 or level 100, it does that set amount of damage to either 50 damage or 100 damage based on its level, and this can do a lot of damage to a lot of different Pokemon. Most Pokemon, typically at level 100, they've probably got a maximum of about 350 HP or between 300 and 400 HP, meaning that 3 to 4 Nightshades will be able to take that out, so that's going to be really nice for you if you can run that. Eevee's got max HP and max special defense with a calm nature, so more special defense, less attack, and 4 EVs in defense here. Just because you're not going for the attacking move, if you're going for the attacking move in Shadow Sneak or something, or even Sucker Punch, then you probably want to go for the plus special defense minus special attack, which is a careful nature. So that's something you probably want to consider when building your set, but I think this is a really nice utility Pokemon to use. Moving on to the third Spiritomb, I have got, again, a bit more of a somewhat supportive set, but also we have the Toxic Hex combination here as well. So I've put Leftovers on here. This allows you to keep your health at a somewhat decent size. We've got Calm Mind, allowing you to set up your special attack and your special defense by 1 stage each time you use it. Now, obviously, this has the double benefit of raising up your defense as well as your attack, your special attack, as that is. You've got Toxic, as I said. Toxic is transfer only, so you might want to go for like Will-O-Wisp. I'm pretty sure it gets Will-O-Wisp. Let me just double check, because I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, you might want to go for Will-O-Wisp as an alternative option if you can't get hold of Toxic, because Toxic would be transfer only. So Will-O-Wisp can work as well to allow you to burn the Pokemon, so your Hex will do double damage and hit it really hard. And Hex will basically, if there's any status ailment on the Pokemon, it's power double. So even if you've got like a paralyzed Pokemon, that status ailments will allow for the Hex to double. And then finally, I've put Dark Pulse on here just for Dark type coverage move. You've got obviously Hex, but if a normal type comes in, you can't use that because it's Ghost type attack. So a couple of different ideas here kind of meshed together in one set. The Calm Mind allows you to set yourself up a little bit, and then the Toxic Hex or Will-O-Wisp Hex allows you to double that damage, and also allows you to get chip damage and lower the attack power of the physical Pokemon in the process if you're using Will-O-Wisp. And then Dark Pulse is there just for that coverage idea there. Eevee's max HP, max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. If you're wanting to go more on the defensive side, you could go max HP, max special defense, or max HP, max defense, and go for either a calm nature or a bold nature, I think it is. Yeah, bold nature. So a couple of different options that you can go for there, which would allow you to have kind of the different variants for what you want to run. So you might not want to run a fully attacking set, you might want to run more of a supportive set. So going for the defenses there could be nice. And finally, we've got a Nasty Plot Spiritomb. Nasty Plot allows for Spiritomb to double its special attack from 311 to 622, which is absolutely gigantic and can do a lot of damage to different Pokemon. Again, with the Life Orb boost there, that allows for it to do an extra 180, taking you to almost 800 in your special attack, or theoretically in your special attack, doing a lot of damage to different Pokemon. You've then got Shadow Ball, which is a powerful Ghost type attack boosted by Stab. Dark Pulse, which is a powerful Dark type attack, again boosted by Stab. And I've got for Burning Jealousy just for a bit of a coverage move. But you've got things like Shockwave or Water Pulse, which you can do again for just a little bit more coverage on some different Pokemon. But I thought Burning Jealousy might work quite nicely for things like Grass types, Steel types, Bug types, and even Ice types, which can be a right pain for you. Eevee's max HP, max special attack, modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. If you used to run this on a Trick Room variant, you could go for a plus special attack, minus speed, nature. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.